Look, we're just going to start having butterfly. I want to make some comments about how you might get butterfly. This is not going to be a seminar on entry, so I'm going to show a couple of things. Okay? Look at him out real quick. This is an entry we've been doing. And if he's postured up, I want his hands on the floor. His hands are already on the floor, but like we usually work from. That's a good one. Yeah, it's a real good. It's in a lot of the 10th Planet. We've been doing their warm-ups like a year. They're flow drills. We do them as part of class, right? In compliments, we're doing butterfly right now. Marcel Garcia, big butterfly player. Also, guys, Andy and I used to train with, Nova, Unyai. They had sick butterfly bar. Shaolin, Hobson, Bruno. I just trained with Bruno like 18 months ago and it was butterfly bar, right? Hobson would set it up this way, right? He's going to come in and he plays like this. This is like, so when I was coming up, and I was only getting influenced by these guys, these black belts from Nova, they play this way. And I'm just telling this joke, but we've been doing Marcelo's butterfly bar, right? And Marcelo does it this way, right? So I grew up in jiu-jitsu thinking like, oh, there's single and double butterfly. Right? Marcelo does it this way, and a couple of times I've seen him do this in techniques. He calls it half butterfly. Right? The Nova guys call it, what is that? That's what Bruno's doing. Right? So that's going to be the perspective of this class is sometimes we sweep from here. Sometimes we sweep from here. I call it single, double butterfly. This is single. Because this is not really doing anything. This is double because now both my feet are doing something. Right? They don't need to just be chilling here. They're like this. Right? They need a little bit of connection when you're going to get your techniques. That way if he tries to kick back or something, I can follow him. Right? Whatever I want to do. Okay? So again, this is not going to be on entries. This is going to be, I want you to be able to troubleshoot when you start doing the basic sweeps and they go wrong. Right? So we're going to do a real basic entry we've been doing. That first escape I ended up here. Okay? If Robert tries to pummel one side into an underhook, okay, I want to catch that side. So we're coming here, he pummels like this. See, I'm to my side. I'm not on my back. If I sweep him here, didn't even land on my back. So what happened here, guys? Sometimes that happens. So you got to do like when we were throwing on those inside techniques, and you pass as you sweep them. A lot of times, like you get to playing with higher level guys. Like, oh, I realized you were taking me down, so I started replacing my guard before I hit the mat. Same thing on sweeps. Like game players are going to start retaining guard during your technique. My wife's one of the world's worst at that. Her butt hits the mat, she's already out. Right? Like she starts fighting like during the sweep. Like, no. Right? So we're just going to do this basic, and we're going to start like he does this, he does that. He starts giving me levels and layers of resistance I have to overcome. This is just the basic sweep. Here he pummels. Like there, I landed past his legs in side control. I have an underhook. We're going to do some different grips later. If you don't have an underhook and you're going to side, you got to get one. Okay? Now, you can sweep to knee on belly. I think for some of you in the room, you three, you, maybe you, maybe you. This will be good because of your body type, because of how long you are, and probably Robert too, in comparison to the other grapplers in the room, right? Not saying like, but like people, I see people being like 5'8" and under, being really good at the sweep. Marcel Garcia being one of them, right? If you do it this way, what will happen is you'll land a knee on belly. So I want you to think about positional follow-ups and how you end up. So if we're here, 2 points, 4 points. Yeah. Once I get my 3 seconds of knee on belly, 2 points to the sweep, 2 points to the knee wrap. Okay. So get in, start with your body lock. He pummels right here. I push his knee out. I have a guy, Jeff Woods, just got promoted to black belt. One of my longest running students, was my history professor mentor when I was in college. He's always done the sweep, always. It's one of his jams.
It's one we learned back in the MMA days in the 90s.
Yeah. Marcelo has some great MMA variations, and like most of the stuff that we've been doing for his stuff is from no gi, whereas the Hobson stuff is gi. I got the old Hobson fusion. Been going over that a lot, right? But so if he's like got a good like heavy base, you don't feel like you're going to uproot him. That if you are and I think if you're the shorter grappler, this is really good. For me, I can kind of scoot back a little bit to get that. Right? I've never leaned towards this because I'm usually the longer guy. Right? But I think it's really good. Marcelo always uses this. Like I'm talking 90% of the time he's doing a technique is this. You guys might have seen Gordon Ryan. Marcelo is the first person to make this famous. Right?
Seen Gordon Ryan's shoulder crunch. Like
yeah, that's that, right? But that's like how Marcelo teaches it with the knee push. But yeah, Gordon calls it shoulder crunch sumigation. Sumigation.
He may teach it with the hook in the knee from the outside with the heel.
I do. Like a scissor sweep?
Yeah.
Yeah, I do.
That's how I've always done
That's
it.
how
I did the single, what you thought of a single butterfly where one leg's out so that I can always lift, and then when the knee posts, I'm pulling the knee out.
And I think coming from Mike, here's where I would always get that one, like escaping side mount. Like I would get one knee in, I'll go pull through to get guard, and my other foot would get hung. Right? So again, entries dictate what you're going to be able to do. Some of the times when I get butterfly guard, I escape, so I'm flat on my back. We'll address that here in a moment. When they start shutting down the sweep with their hands and stuff, we'll do something called a reshoot, where we just sweep them again, right? So, basic idea here, he pummels. I'm going there, I'm just falling to my side. I've got this, right? And if it's hard for you to like draw him off of his base, this is a really good one. If you're the shorter grappler, it's a really good one, okay? Now let's say he stands up during the sweep, right? So go ahead and come back down. When I start when I start sweeping you like this, stand up there, right? So that can stifle you, right? What you've got to do is use this. Come back down. Here, I'm gonna solo this section real quick. So look, we do this to warm up sometimes. Right, so you're here, you're falling on your side. That's your raising leg. Watch what this does. That's what's going to get him to go over if he posts on, not the leg you're raising with, right? You got that one kind of controlled. It's that other one. So you got his upper body. You got this. You're falling. We're going to do that. Okay? So here he pummels. I'm going to go here. Start standing up. And I might get side control, I might get knee on belly. I might follow his leg and go him out. If you sweep him out, and this will happen a lot, pinch your knees. You gotta do that. It's simple. Okay, I'm gonna just do the basic first grade version of the mount. Okay, so I'm going in here. So I just build it into the sweep. Okay, so do this, just get the water from me. Alright, yep, so I pummel in, just do the basic one, fall to your side. Yep, good. Arm got there, so go ahead and clear the leg. Nice, good, back to your body lock. Alright, I pummel in, this time push my knee out. So, yes, right, good. You can get it on the thigh or the knee. Marcelo does it both ways, right? This time I'm gonna start standing up with that. You just use the live toe, right? So you're here. I like this off the pummel, it's super basic. Because if I get this and I start flattening Robert this way, is that, we'll do something else with that, right? But he starts sweeping me. Nice, good. I like how you applied that concept in. It's not on my foot, basically. Kind of caught it, right? So, right, did you cover my foot with your foot?
It was lower down by the shin.
Yeah. Yeah, that's fine. Right? You got it. People are going to start standing. When you have really good sweep, the last thing they'll be able to do is stand up with their unguarded leg. And you got to deal with it. You still got to sweep them. I was like purple belt. Remember Mark Bradford? He gave John a private lesson one day. John's like a new blue belt, and he's talking about that live toe detail. I was like, what?
Bradford's.
Yeah, he's good, right? Guy, he's out in trained Greg Jackson for years, lives out in California, right? But did a seminar several years ago at our place, and it's great. He taught a bunch of Dave Kama stuff. Who's a Hickson's
Retired Secret Service guy.
Yeah, DOE.
Secret Forces or Special Forces or something.
He's a guy that guarded. So, I hate to break it to you if you don't know, there's a bunch of nuclear warheads that go around the interstate at all times. He guarded those in this part of the country from like Amarillo, Texas to Arkansas. Out of Fort Smith.
Yep.
What is that camp? No, it's Chaffee. Yeah. So, but guys, play with that. Push the knee out, base the sweep. Don't fall to your back. You will not need to be hard. You'll have to do other things like we're kind of chatting about how you do that if you're on your back, right? Or you're going to have to do that live toe. You're going to have to sweep them and go. Maybe you foamed them out. Think also about, am I aiming a side mount, knee, and belly, full mount? Right? It's going to be one. You might also have to pass their guard. Okay? So everybody's sweep will be a little different, but that's what I want. I want you guys to get it with the troubleshoots. Okay?